Hey, this is Sashbury with the iteration for Black Ops Zombies level, and for this iteration, I've added more final assets. I've added buildings around, so the level is consistent, and there are no more areas where you can just leave the map and jump out from. There is a um, solidified room that you have the players can play in, and you see I've added these older buildings next to the nicer looking apartment. You see as they're kind of rusty and shabby and dirty, just to show like how a normal urban city would look like with newer and older apartments. I've added a sort of a office type building is here as well. You'll see how there's trucks that have collided and fallen around on the roads. I've added a few more over here, as well as power up pickups like Jug, which gives you more health, a Pack-a-Punch, which increases the firepower or makes your gun stronger, and over there I have Speed Cola, which makes you faster. I'll have more in the future. Another thing I've done is added dogs into level. The way dogs work is basically you add a dog struct, which are those red buttons you see here. Um, and on these buttons you add a okay, let's see, here we go. Here you add a dog location script noteworthy, and then you have to also place the dog entity, which is just the model of the dog, away from the map, which is what the software references. To see what the dog is what's going to spawn, you have to then turn off spawner, and you have to then, which this one makes it so it spawns on its own. Um, make room gives it more space, and make spawner true. You have to add a force spawn script to it, which forces the dogs to spawn in any given round, and 1 and is equal to true, 0 is equal to false in this in whatever language Radiant Editor uses. And then you have to add a noteworthy to the spawner uh, entity itself to make it work. As you, the target name also needs to be to the zone that you want to spawn. As you can see, these lines are touching, so they go to the same spawner. And let's see how this looks in game. So I've already skipped to the portion where the zombies spawn, because that happens in late game around round 7, and so they spawn in random locations or locations I give and run at you. So they're different than the normal zombies that come at you, and they're usually one-hit kill, well, with a good gun. But with this, you see, you have to actually spend time killing them, and there's just more variety for enemies for the players to have, which also gives them a break from hordes of zombies, and this helps them kind of get their footing again and kind of get themselves together. You see, as you see, the doors still work, and I've added like this building here, which is like an office building. I added boundaries everywhere so you can't leave, and you can run around these areas. This area outside the park won't be available to late games because there will be a lot more zombies around, so it won't feel as empty. I will also be working on uh, condensing down the areas a little bit to make it more tighter, and doing some balance calculations to make sure that uh, these door values are consistent with the level progression, and as the game progresses you have more allowances and more areas to explore. So, but this is my iteration. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.